UConn on the verge of finalizing a deal with head basketball coach Kevin Ollie worth $3 million a year over 5 seasons. I'm Jim Basketball with the latest ESPN headlines. The Connecticut Huskies coming off a national championship, beating Kentucky in that national title game, their 4th title since 1999. We are joined on the phone by Andy Katz, who has this story for ESPN.com. And Andy, what are the final hurdles to making this a done deal?
Well, there's just a couple of hiccups there, dealing with assistant coaching salaries and some student-athlete issues. More than likely, those will get ironed out, and they'll be able to finalize this by Wednesday. Nothing's been signed yet, but everything looks like it's going to be fine. With the salary's going to be more than doubled. He made $1.25 this past year. It'll push it closer to $3 million. It could go beyond that with some potential bonuses and incentives. And it's a new 5-year contract. He was in year 2 of an original 5-year deal, so it's a fresh 5-year contract that he would get from UConn, quieting the suitors that potentially could have come from the NBA.
Yeah, what you just mentioned, the fact that they were in the 2nd year of a 5-year deal, and granted they come off a national championship victory. What was the urgency for UConn to get it done now?
Well, because he is as hot a head coach as we've seen recently in college basketball for the NBA. He played 13 years in the league, extremely well respected, and I would argue more of a catch than we've seen, at least in this new era, than the Hall of Fame type coaches that get bandied about, because the trend now is to go for a younger kind of guy, maybe that is more of a player's coach. Even though Mark Jackson just got fired, that's the trend with Steve Kerr, Jason Kidd. Kevin Ollie fits right into that trend that's going on now in the NBA, and would have fit right into any of these NBA openings that are out there. And so UConn had to step up. They did. It's really where he wanted to stay and continue to build the program, and they've delivered.
Hey, Andy, UConn accustomed to stability at the head coaching position in basketball, Jim Calhoun having been there a long, long time. Ollie gets another 5-year deal. Do you suppose, though, the lure to the NBA can come calling again sometime in the near future?
Yeah, that's not going to fade, and he's still going to be a high commodity. He's got plenty of peers in the league that are actually still playing. Someone like Ray Allen, Rip Hamilton. These are players that he's very familiar with, and didn't play. He's older than them, but at the same time, he's got great rapport with them. And the NBA connection is extremely strong. I think it'll continue, and at some point in his career, I do think he'll coach in the NBA.
Andy Katz covers the college basketball scene for ESPN.com. Andy, we appreciate the insight.
Thank you.
Again, Kevin Ollie gets a new deal on the verge of finalizing that contract with UConn. 5 years at $3 million per season, more than doubling his previous salary. You could read more about this story right here on ESPN.com. With the latest ESPN headlines, I'm Jim Basketball.